What's up, Renegades, and welcome to Renegade at Home. I hope you all can hear me. I see that there's a few people watching already. But yeah, Renegade at Home, where we're practicing our social distancing, doing our part, playing board games, playing digital board games, anything to entertain you and ourselves.
That's right.
As you can see, we are dressed to impress today. We have our teacups, we have our scones, we have, it's fine. We have our own little dragon here because we are having a tea party for our tea dragons. We are going to be playing the Tea Dragon Society card game by Oni Games, based on the graphic novel by Katie O'Neill. It is an adorable game. Also, if you can hear a little bit of noise, it is raining here. We are in San Diego and it is not sunny.
It is pouring.
But what a perfect day to stay inside and play some games.
Right. So
this is an adorable game, as I was saying, where you are raising your own tea dragons by helping them grow, doing some fun, or buying some fun cards that help them with their maybe some bad attitudes, grumpy tea dragons. They need to sleep. Also getting memories to help them, remember all the fun times you had forever and ever, or until the rest of this game. So I have chosen for my tea dragon, Roibus. We can show you a close-up of that one. Let me switch the cameras here. So I have chosen Roibus. Do you want to? Yep, there we go. And Chris has chosen Jasmine.
Yes.
So I chose Roibus because I think Roibus is so cute, and I love Roibus tea, vanilla Roibus, chai Roibus, chocolate Roibus, all the Roibus. And Chris, why did you choose Jasmine?
Because it's green, and green's my favorite color. So.
Awesome. As you can hear, Tiki wants to play as well. So yeah, we're not going to do too much of a full explanation of the game. We will kind of explain as we go. I'll do a quick kind of overview of what's going on. So as you can see, we have our, let me switch back. We have our Tea Dragon cards. To the left of it's going to be our deck that we'll be drawing from. To the left of that will be the discard. And then to the right of the Tea Dragon card is going to be our hold, which is essentially the cards in play. I will be starting because I taught Chris how to play. And with that, we give the player to the right of the starting player the Mentor's card, which they can use to give them a growth. And once they use it, you don't actually discard it, you then pass it to the person on the right. As you can see here, we have our market deck and our market cards, where we will be buying those cards to help us with our grumpy or picky dragons, some things to help them grow. And up here we will have our season cards, which is the memory cards. So we start with spring, which you see right now, and those cards will not only help us with points in the end, but will also help create fun memories that the dragons will remember forever.
Hooray!
So yeah, just to show you a close-up on one of these cards, just to explain them real quickly, you can see that they not only have a description on the bottom telling you if there's any special things like drawing a card or discarding any cards, but at the top on the left corner is going to be the growth. So that's the number that you can use to help buy more cards. And on the right is going to be the cost. And yeah, and that's for all the other cards as well. And anything on the bottom was going to be what they give you for points at the end.
Right, so there's an example of one that's worth 2 points if you have it at the end.
Yeah, so let's see who's joining us. Victoria will be in chat today, so hello Victoria. And Victor, hey, what's going on? He says we're looking very snazzy. Thank you very much, Victor.
Pinky's out
I
when
see
drinking
that
tea.
Ruel has joined us. If he's still here, hello, Ruel. Yeah, with that, I guess we can start. So on our turn, we can either draw a card from our deck, put it in our hold, or we can buy market cards or memory cards. So on my first turn, I don't have anything to buy or buy with, so I'm going to draw a card. Also, on the bottom of our cards, we have special abilities for each of our dragons. They're kind of the same, just a little different. So mine is whenever you draw an entertaining, while I don't have any entertaining in my hold, I can draw again. So Chris is essentially the same, but it's
I'm
with grooming.
Because I like to be clean.
He
and proper.
Yes. Pinky's
with
up.
my tea.
So, all right. So I'm going to draw my first card and put it in my hold, which is entertaining. How cute. So I have 2 growth on this one, so that's going to be great. But that's all I can do for my turn. So then it goes over to Chris.
So for my turn, I do have 1 growth I could spend, which there's nothing that costs 1, so I will draw a card. Board.
Oh no!
When drawn, discard this and an entertaining. So I don't have any entertaining cards, so this just gets discarded, and that's my turn.
All right. His dragon was very bored.
Bored.
Probably because it's raining outside and they have to be stuck inside, social distancing. All right, so I have 2, which there are a few cards that are only 2 costs. So I think I'm going to buy that necklace because it also gives me some points at the end. And if I draw a bite, I can discard this card. But there's also a milk too. I'm going to do this one. So once I do that, I discard this into my discard pile. And then the market card will go right into your hold. And then you replace it. And there's a sleeping.
Ooh.
So that was my turn. Now it's Chris.
Sleeping. So, since I still only have the 1, I'm going to draw a card. And I'm going to get picky. So when drawn, discard this and a feeding card, which I don't have any. So I'm getting rid of all of those up front. So I don't have to worry about
Your dragon is a very...
I'm bored and picky.
Very difficult one to raise.
That's right. Maybe I'm bored because I'm picky. I don't want to watch more TV. I want to play video games or board games. Well, but I can't be with people, so...
Well, we're having a tea party today. So.
Yes, we are.
And Victoria was asking if anyone's drinking tea. We have Earl Grey too, but it's a special one. It's like a Earl Grey rooibos tea that we got when we were visiting Ireland a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Or so.
Yeah, a couple of years now.
So it's a very delicious tea. All right, so my turn. So I don't have any, my necklace doesn't really give me any growth. So I got another entertaining, which is worth 1. So that is my turn. What? Oh, this one, I almost forgot. When I didn't have any entertaining, or draw an entertaining, that was my special action. Oh no, when drawn, discard this card and grooming. So it's a bite. So I drew that necklace card when I bought it, so I have to discard this and that card, which is unfortunate, but it's okay. We're okay. We're still growing. We're still learning.
All right, over to me.
Yes.
I'm going to draw a card. Entertaining.
Ooh.
Oh, look, I have a sweater on.
It's very cute.
It is.
Would you dress up your tea dragon?
Probably.
I dress up Tiki.
I do. So you would.
She hates it. She'll wear the bandanas around her neck though, but then every once in a while she'll get a hold of it and try to rip it off.
I'm the only one drinking this tea.
I'm talking. Feeding. So it's another growth. So I have 2 growth. I think I'm gonna hold off on that milk, and I'm gonna keep going.
Okay. I will
drink my tea.
Draw and get a grumpy.
Oh man,
I am bored, picky, and grumpy now. So when drawn, discard this and a sleeping card, which I do not have.
Nice.
So I am done. Ah.
Is anybody else drinking tea on this? Well, I don't know if it's cold and rainy for you. It is for us. It's a nice tea.
Imagine it were cold and rainy and you can have your own perfect tea environment.
Yeah.
Do that.
Okay.
It's your
my
turn.
All right. I'm going to draw. Sleeping. Oh, it's so cute. Show that one. I'm going to show a close-up. Isn't it so cute? I love this game. All right. So I have 3. Your turn.
Draw. I got a grooming, and when I draw a grooming and I do not hold one, draw again. And a feeding.
Ooh, so you are at a good amount right now.
That's right. I
To
have
get those memories.
4.
So I have 3. So I could get a memory, but it causes me to discard. But I think I'm going to do it because it also gives me 6 points. So
You're getting the old friends?
I'm going to do that. So discarding these 2, I'm going to get old friends. And that, instead of going into my hold like a market card, it'll actually go into my discard, and then I grab the rest of my deck and create a whole new deck. And shuffle. So
All
that
right.
was my turn, so it is your turn.
I would like to spend 3 cards
Whoa.
to get
Only 3?
sleeping.
Ah, 2 growth though. That's nice.
That's why I got it. So that goes right here. And then I put out another one of these. So now we've got a sugary treat. When you draw a grumpy, discard this card. Ooh.
Ooh, that's nice. It's worth 3 points too. Okay,
It
I'm gonna
is.
say I shuffled that enough. Alright, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Grooming. We're at 2. That's a cute card too. Okay, your turn.
Okay. So I have 3. I'm going to spend my 3 to buy this feeding clock. So now whenever you draw a picky, do not discard a feeding. So that's going to go over
And
there.
Mentors now goes to my hold. So instead of discarding, like I said, it goes to the player on your right, which we're only playing 2 players, so.
So you're on both my right and my left.
Yes. All right, and then you will refill that market. You will refill
Iron
that.
teapot.
Ooh, and this one's special. It has a question mark. So some of them will be special item cards where they might be worth points, or they might be worth, depending how many, like for this one, for each memory card you have at the game end. So that depends on your end game cards.
It's over to you.
Yep.
Because
That's true. So I have 3 right now. It's an expensive card. When you draw a grumpy, discard this card, but it is worth 3 points.
it is worth 3 points. You're getting a lot of points over there. Right
So
now I have
far-
0 points.
No, but I'm gonna do it. So
Doing
1,
it?
2, 3, which he gets that back, and I'm going to grab this one and refill the market. All right.
Well, brush. Whenever you draw a grooming, draw again.
Does anybody have comfort food that they like eating on a rainy day? On a
Okay.
cold rainy day?
I would draw a card. Ooh, I got a grooming, and I don't hold any, so I have to draw again. Another grooming.
Ooh,
I'm an expert groomer.
you are. Well, you do look very dapper today.
Thank you. It is your turn.
I know. Picky. Oh no. When drawn, discard this and a feeding, which I don't have, so all I do is discard that one. Your turn.
I would like to spend 1, 2, 3,
You're like,
and the mentors to buy the
Ooh.
spring flowers.
what?
Yes.
So what
let's
does
get
it
that.
do?
So when drawn, discard this unless you hold a feeding.
All right. And since there's one card left
so I
for the
shuffle these
season,
together, right?
yes. we go on to the next season and that gets discarded. So we'll put the discard right here. And then the next season is summer. All right, and as you can see, these ones get a little bit more expensive because they do, I think, end up giving you a little extra than the first season. Because you're growing, you're getting bigger, you're learning, you're becoming a teenager or a preteen.
It's over to you.
Oh,
I just bought
yes,
a memory. I had a memory.
Oh no, Grumpy. When drawn, discard this and a sleeping. I don't have a sleeping, but I do have to discard my sugary treat.
Get out of here, sugary treat.
Hi, Tiki.
Our own little fur dragon.
Yes.
Which you can't see.
Yep.
I know.
Good girl. I know.
Okay. I'm getting shuffled. Alright, so now we're going to draw a feeding. Okay? We're going to draw a feeding. Nope. Sleeping.
But you do get
It's
two
so
growth,
cute.
which is really
I know.
nice.
Look at how cute they
I
are.
know. Alright, my turn?
Yep.
My turn. Feeding two. Oh wait, no, you got a sleeping.
I got
You
a
wanted
sleeping.
it.
I wanted a feeding.
So
Aw.
one.
Isn't that jam?
Yeah, it looks like jam. I'm gonna say it's strawberry jam.
My turn?
Yes.
More sleeping.
Aw,
I
such
am
a
so
sleepy dragon.
sleepy.
It's because he's growing. All right.
I'm so sleepy.
I know, Tiki. Ooh, so I got an entertaining, which I get to draw again. Oh no, I got a bite. When drawn, discard this and a green, which I don't have, but that's okay. And yeah, it's your turn. Come on, Tiki.
I would
Come
like
here.
to draw a board, discard this, and an entertaining, so nothing happens.
Okay.
So now it's over to you, as she is trying to get Tiki entertained. So, for now, it's just me and my tea. So how is everyone doing today? Did everyone have a good weekend now that we're, starting off a new week here? Let's see, what did we do this weekend? We socially isolated, and we built a shelf, so that was productive.
Yes,
And now she's back.
I am back. I couldn't get Tiki to.
Couldn't wrangle her.
No, I couldn't. She wants to stay and play. All right, feeding, which I am at 4 now.
Oh, bad. So I have 3. Is there anything I want for 3? Not really. Actually, yeah. For my 3, I'm gonna play the long game, and I'm gonna get this musical instrument. Whenever you draw an entertaining, draw again.
No.
And then, oh, look, there's an entertaining.
Nice.
No, and it's you.
It's Roibus, it is. All right, so I'm at 4, which I could buy a brush. I could get a memory, which is worth 4 points. I think I'm gonna do that. Or I could wait and try to get this iron teapot. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna buy that one. 1, 2, 3. As Chris tries to wrangle Tiki, and he will get that one, and I will get travels. So I have to put that in my discard and my deck and shuffle. So then once Chris comes back, he will draw his card. So I took a memory. So now it is your turn.
It is my
And
turn.
you have the mentor now.
Okay. I would like to draw a card.
Grumpy.
Grumpy.
Wah, wah.
Luckily, I spent both my sleepings last turn, though.
Ah.
So it worked out. And that's me.
Okay. Roibus's turn. Grooming.
Ooh, I want a grooming. My turn?
Yes.
Feeding.
Feed me.
I'm going to do my cards like this.
Okay.
Over to you.
All right. necklace. Wait. When you draw a bite, discard this card.
My turn.
Yep.
Whoop-chow. Picky. When drawn, discard this and a feeding card.
Oh no.
But my feeding clock says I do not have to discard a feeding.
Oh.
So I get to keep my feeding.
That's nice.
All done.
And that doesn't get discarded? That's
Nope.
very nice.
It's just sitting there forever.
That's a nice card.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
But it's not worth any points.
Bite.
Oh.
You got discarding these two. All right.
Back to me.
Yep.
I would draw a sleeping. Aww.
Such a sleepy dragon.
Especially on a rainy day like today.
Feeding. Very hungry and wants to look nice for our tea party.
And drawing a grooming, which is I get to draw an extra card because I don't have any grooming and get my other grooming.
Nice.
I am just groom-tacular.
You're getting up there with your growth points. Or your
I
growth.
am.
Grumpy. When drawn, discard this and a sleeping, which I don't have. He needs to sleep more. All right, your turn.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
I used to have a bearded dragon. I love dragons.
I'm gonna spend these 3 to buy this entertaining.
If you all could,
and that goes right there.
If you all could own a dragon,
Done.
or not own, but like care for,
Good.
raise a dragon, what would you name it? My bearded dragon was Riku. He was a cool little dude. He was grumpy sometimes when he didn't get enough sleep.
Aren't we all a little
Sugary
grumpy?
treat. When you draw a grumpy, discard this card.
My turn.
Yep.
Entertaining. So, whenever you
Man,
draw an
he's got some
entertaining,
good
draw
cards.
again. Another entertaining, but each
Oh.
card can only trigger once a turn, so
Yep.
can't do it again. So that was me.
Entertaining, which I get to then draw again because it's entertaining. Grooming. Let me do this. All right,
Okay.
your turn.
I would like to spend
You're gonna get that one that I want, aren't
these 4. I don't know which one you want.
you? Go ahead.
I'm gonna spend 4 to get a bed.
Oh, what's the bed do?
Whenever you draw a sleeping, draw again.
Nice.
That's gonna go right there.
Oh, you and your drawing.
I'm just trying to draw
You-
everything.
Every time we play, so how we make the joke that Gary is like the card monger. Chris is usually that role whenever we play. He finds any way
I like-
possible to keep drawing cards as much as he can, but it does help him in the end.
I like drawing cards.
But it does help you.
It does. I get to see more options and more possibilities.
So I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4.
What shall it be?
Travels. Nah. Does nothing.
Oh, but it's worth 4 points.
Yep,
Is that the one you got?
That's the memory. Yep, your turn.
I have like 0 points right now, guys.
But you'll be able to
Okay.
build it up. No, you had one memory, so you have some points.
Oh, you're right. I'll draw a feeding, which doesn't do anything for me. Hey, give me some.
Alright. Old friends. Does nothing. So see, the memory cards are great for the end, but when you have to draw them, they do nothing for you.
But
at
that
this
one actually
moment.
makes you discard a growth
Oh yeah,
card
when
too.
drawn, discard this and a growth card. Oh man. I guess I'll discard a grooming since we have one grooming.
Because this is a memory card, so
Yep.
it doesn't count as a growth card.
Well, there's no growth. Oh yeah, no. The growth cards are symbolized by the flowers.
Okay.
They're usually the starter cards.
My
usually,
turn.
or like when you
Get the
pick
upgraded
one.
versions.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. I think I would like. Let's.
You need to craft.
Yeah, let's craft. So I
Alright.
will buy. I Actually, no, I'm not going to craft yet. I'm going to draw.
Ooh.
Drawing a card. There it is. When drawn, discard this unless you hold a feeding. So I hold a feeding, so I don't have to discard it. And now that's 2 growth for a future turn.
What? 1 sleeping.
So now I can spend 1, 2, 3 to then buy the craft.
Nice.
Which lets me shuffle this in.
And that ends the season.
So I'm going to flip out 1,
2,
2, a 3.
And this is the fall season.
Getting
These
close.
are all all cost 7 points. That's a lot of growth points.
That's a lot of growth points.
Right.
Look at there.
My turn?
Yes, it's your turn.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm only at 4 right now. Sleeping. Okay, your turn.
Whoa, those are pretty good.
That's why they cost so much.
Okay, so I have 3 T-bucks.
So we have the Oakister. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Sorry if I'm not. And we have Chris Oakleberry. Thank you for joining and watching us. It is a very, very cute and actually pretty fun game.
Yeah, I like it. It's nice on the lighter side. It would be great for families. And,
Yes.
And when you're just trying to have a pleasant experience drinking tea.
Yes.
Perfect for tea parties. Okay, so for my turn, I would like to draw. And I got a sleeping. And whenever you draw a sleeping, draw again, because I have a bed. And I draw again, and I got an entertaining. So now whenever I draw an entertaining, draw again. And I got a spring flowers. When drawn, discard this unless you hold a feeding. And I hold a feeding, so I am good.
Wow. He's actually
Everything's
doing
coming
really
together.
well, though, for the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4,
I mean,
5.
there's no evil laughing at tea parties.
I'm going to spend these 5. And I'm going to buy the iron teapot.
It's the iron teapot.
Which will go here, which doesn't do anything, but for the end, it actually helps me out. So
Ooh,
I'm gonna put
fancier
these up here,
grooming.
too.
So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Whew, he can already get a memory, everyone.
I
He's
could
doing really
have
well. I
a
should have gotten some of
memory.
those cards to draw again.
When drawn, you may discard an item. And an item is anything with a teapot?
Yes.
Maybe. Growth card you hold to draw 3. Okay. I'm going to buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to get a nice warm fire on this chilly day.
What is that?
When drawn, you may discard a growth card you hold to draw 3 cards. Then
Nice.
discard warm fire.
Warm fire!
Fire! And then it is your turn, Miss. As I
Right.
shuffle my cards.
Well, I can't buy anything at this moment, so all I have to do is draw. Feeding. Okay, that's it. I
You were
don't have
supposed to
a million.
slow that down
draw.
a little bit so that way I could thoroughly shuffle and
Draw a feeding.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that slow
That
enough?
was perfect. Now for that was very nice of you to accommodate my needs. So for my turn, I would like to draw an entertaining, which with my musical
Oh,
instrument
gosh.
lets me draw again. And then I get a feeding, which doesn't have any other
Alright, I
benefit.
gotta get on these draw more cards.
Over to you.
Picky, when drawn, discard this and a feeding.
Oh, no.
That was only that one. Okay. Well, that's okay. That's okay. We're
Going to
alright.
draw a grooming, and since I don't have any groomings, I can draw again and get another grooming.
Alright.
Your turn.
Entertaining
Miss
too.
Rooibos.
Nice. Alright,
Okay.
your turn.
Now, how greedy do we get? we have 1, 2, 3, 4 to buy the brush.
Oh gosh, and you're gonna draw again with
So
grooming.
even more drawing.
Oh.
They have stars and I like stars.
I gotta get on
Oh,
this.
I have to replace that with another musical instrument.
So right now, so that was an entertaining. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm at a 4. So I could get one of those to draw again, or I can just try to build up and get more memories. All right, I'm out of cards, so you can take your turn, and I will shuffle.
I'm gonna go slowly.
Well, no, because your turn, you probably will draw more and more.
Nope, I don't this time. I just get my spring flowers, but since I have my feeding still, I get to keep it. Otherwise, I would have had to discard it. So, trying to strategically keep a feeding at all times, just in case the spring flowers come up, because they are worth 2 growth power, and so that's been pretty useful, and especially now that we're getting up there and we need 7. It's a lot.
All right. I feel like that's shuffled. All right. I have 4, which I can get one of those musical instruments to start helping me draw again. Or when no, I can't. Yeah, I can. Whenever you draw a bite, do not discard grooming, which could help me too.
That's good too.
Or I can continue to build up and try to just get more of those memories.
Yeah.
Which might be very nice, because one of those actually helps me draw as well.
Decisions. So that's another nice thing about this game is, even though it seems, it plays quickly and everything, there are still meaningful decisions to be made. Which way is it going to be?
Draw another one. Feeding.
Okay. I would like to draw as well. I have a warm fire. When drawn, you may discard a growth card you hold to draw 3 cards, then discard warm fire. So, I only have 1 growth card, so I'll discard that to draw 3 cards. So the 1, 2, 3. So when I draw a sleeping, when I get a bed, I draw another card. So I'll add that to the bottom of my stack here. I have another sleeping, but since I've only done it, it can only happen once. I get a grumpy. When drawn, discard a sleeping. I don't know what that was. And then I draw a craft. When drawn, discard this. So I traded my feeding for a 2 sleeping.
All right. Well,
And that's
everyone,
me.
there was a loud bang in here, and Chris is gonna go find out what it was while I decide what to do on my turn. So we have 5 here, which I need 2 more to get that sunset that I want. Or I can get grooming. I don't know what to do, everyone. I think I'm gonna draw again. Please don't leave. Necklace. Oh, it does nothing. Lame.
The package.
Oh, okay. Very aggressive package laying at our door.
Pow. All right. My turn?
Yes.
I would like to draw board. When drawn, discard this and an entertaining.
Wait.
I have no entertaining.
Okay.
Heart of the cards.
Old friends. When drawn, discard this and a group.
Oh no!
Yeah. I don't wanna. Alright, I'm gonna do an entertaining.
Over to me.
Yes.
I would like to draw a picky. When drawn, discard this and a feeding card. I don't have any feeding, but my feeding clock would protect me anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm wondering if I should stop drawing and just try to buy something else that's gonna give me more growth.
Like a grooming.
Yep. I think I'm gonna do it before I draw another card that makes me discard a growth card. Okay, and then this one goes right here. So So I'm
And
still
we
at
see
3.
more
Another
grooming.
grooming.
I would like to buy
Grooming.
some milk.
Mm.
Ooh, the brush.
Is that regular milk, like cow milk, or is it dragon milk?
It's
Or is it goat's milk?
it's neither. It's tea milk.
Tea milk?
I don't know what that is, but it could be a thing. It's like almond milk, but made from tea.
Explain to me how that works.
Well, if you read the tea leaves at the bottom of my glass, it means that I'm just spouting nonsense.
Well, if we ask Professor Trelawney, she could tell us something. All right, I'm at 3. We're gonna do it. Picky. I knew it. When drawn, discard this in a feeding. I don't have a feeding.
Oh, that's good.
Bite, grumpy. Nope. Okay.
Okay.
Your turn.
Drawing a sleeping, which lets me draw another card because of my bed. Which is an entertaining, which means my musical instrument lets me draw a grooming. And with my grooming, whenever I draw one, I draw again. And I get to do my brush, so I drew an entertaining. And I get to draw this one because of the brush, which is a feeding. That was a lot of cards.
Sorry, are you done?
Oh, I'm done now. And now do I shuffle when my thing's empty?
Yes, when you can't draw anymore, you would shuffle your discard. All right, so I'm still at 3. I could get another grooming or some gloves to protect me, but I'm just gonna do it, and I knew it. So I'm gonna discard
Feeling so
this.
grumpy.
Yeah, my dragon's a little grumpy and hungry and picky right now. Very needy.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh no, I'm not gonna get a memory this time.
I'm gonna buy the Fall Festival.
Okay.
So that one goes away.
And then we do the final season. Another thing that you could do for this game is once you, I think it's once you reveal the spring cards, you can reveal just the winter.
Right.
So people can work and have a strategy towards the end.
Because the winter ones are typically, a lot of question marks. Like this one is 1 point plus 2 for each season of memory you have at game end. And this one's 1 point for each item card you have at game end. So you could tailor your strategy depending on what you see.
Okay. So.
And those are 10.
It's your turn. 10 and 9.
It's a lot.
Alright. Entertaining, which means I get to draw another card, but I'm scared. Bite. So I discard these 2.
And a grooming.
And a grooming.
Oh man.
Yep.
You're just getting unlucky there.
Yep.
You need some brushes
I
and
know.
beds.
I was trying to work up to get that memory. Not doing so hot.
Okay, so over to me. I will draw a grooming, which means I get to draw 2 more. So I don't have a grooming. And an entertaining, which means I get to draw another one. So a sleeping and a picky when discard a feeding. So picky, I have to discard my milk, but my feeding clock keeps my feeding safe and sound.
Alright.
All done.
Sleeping.
Okay.
That's it.
I would like to draw a fall festival, which just sits here doing nothing.
Okay.
It's just a couple of people having a great time in the fall.
Could get something to let me draw again, or should I just start to build up for a 9? I don't know. Or just get another grooming, because it's worth 2.
Tough choices.
Yeah, I know. I'm not doing so great this game.
It's the power of the bow tie. Harness that energy. Decisions.
No. I guess I'll get a brush this time. We'll see what happens. Oh, yep. We'll see what happens. This goes here. And this goes here. Sleeping.
Aw, sleeping.
Your turn.
I would like to draw, and I got a warm fire. When drawn, you may discard a growth card you hold to draw 3 cards, then discard warm fire. So I'm going to get rid of this grooming card to draw 3 more. 1, 2, 3. So, first one is a craft. When drawn, discard this. Then the second one is an entertaining, which lets me draw an extra card. And then a grooming, and oh, I don't have any other grooming, so I get an extra card from that, and an extra card from that.
There's no way I'm winning.
And then a grumpy. Oh no, when drawn, discard this and a sleeping. What was it? 2 point sleeping.
Oh, boo.
Oh, boo hoo. Oh, but I got a sleeping, which when I get my bed, let's draw another card. And then bored, when this and an entertaining. So see, that's the bad thing, is even though I'm drawing a lot, I'm losing a lot too. And lastly, a sleeping, but I've already triggered that, so that was my turn.
Woo! Okay. So, feeding.
What am I at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Okay, my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Draw 1. I got a feeding. Oh, I don't have any triggers. Your turn.
Alright. We got a grooming, which whenever I draw grooming, I draw again. Sleeping.
Okay. I would like to draw an entertaining, which then lets me do that one. To draw another one, which is a grooming, but since I don't trigger this one because I already had a grooming, but this one does. And I draw my last card, which is spring flowers, and since I have a feeding, I'm good to go.
Oh my gosh. Guys, I have no chance. Grooming, which I get to draw again since I got a grooming. So let's see what happens, and hopefully I don't discard a bunch of stuff.
Okay, so this was
Oh, no, my
spring.
turn's not on.
No, I know.
Okay.
Fall. I was just looking at, do I have one of each? I think I do.
Yeah. Just trying to buy one last season. You wouldn't let me.
Got 'em
Okay.
all.
Alright, here we go. Ugh, a necklace.
Okay.
Alright, your turn.
I have, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We'll buy the winter walk.
Did you use the mentors?
No.
Oh, man. Alright.
Your turn.
Ugh. Sugary treat. When you draw a grumpy, discard this card. See, these are worth points, but they're a bummer when you draw them because they don't do anything for you. Sorry, I was supposed to do that slow.
Oh no!
Even slower.
Oh gosh.
Sugar
Shuffling. Oh no! I can't
Okay,
shuffle
good.
under
I
pressure.
feel like the pressure is just making me miss out. Oh gosh. Hope you all are entertained by our tea party and our game.
Okay. Anyone have any questions about the game?
Yeah, any questions or if you want to see a certain card closer up or yeah, let us know.
Here we go. Since I have 3, I'm gonna draw, and I get a sleeping, which lets me draw another one,
I should have gotten more
which
of
is a
those
spring flowers. And since I hold a feeding, I'm good.
Okay.
Done for my turn.
Grumpy. Discard this and a sleeping.
Grumpy, grumble. My turn.
Yes.
Draw a card. Oh, just some milk. That's me.
Draw a card. Picky. When draw, discard this and a feeding. Man, I'm just getting hurt.
Man. My turn.
Yep.
Draw a card. Oh, it's the winter walk.
Okay.
Over to you.
Entertaining, which is a 2, which I get to draw another one, which is a bite.
Oh no.
And a grooming. That's a bummer. So, you all can clearly see that you need to get more of those item cards like Kristen.
And see, an interesting thing too though is you can learn what your dragon has, because I don't think I have any bites in my dragon deck.
I thought everybody had bite.
Then
Are you missing a card?
this whole thing is invalid because I don't have a bite.
Maybe you don't have a bite. I thought you had a bite.
I do not see a bite.
Huh, maybe your dragon doesn't have a bite.
Okay.
Maybe your dragon doesn't bite you.
Because I'm a nice, peaceful jasmine dragon. I would like to draw a warm fire. I can discard a feeding.
Actually, that's true. I don't have a board.
See? There you go.
I don't think I've noticed that.
So that can be some of your strategy in that, like, if I had that necklace that goes away with bites, it wouldn't have ever gone away.
Yep.
I would like to get rid of my sleeping to draw 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is it. Okay, the first one is a board, which I don't have any entertaining right now. Then I get a sleeping, which lets me draw an extra card. And then I get a grooming, which lets me draw 2 extra cards.
You need a do-over.
And then I get a sleeping, which I've already used. And entertaining, which lets me draw an extra card.
Oh my goodness! You're gonna
picky.
end this game before
When
you
drawn,
have a
discard
chance
this
to
and
buy
a feeding,
another
but
thing.
my thing protects me from that. And lastly, a craft, discard that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not even gonna be able to get up to that.
Your
amount.
turn.
Entertaining, which means I get to draw again. Sleeping. Which I'm only at 5.
Yep, it looks like each person only has 3 of the things.
Ah.
My turn?
Yes, which you're gonna end it,
6,
aren't you?
7, 8, 9. I feel like I should. Sorry.
That's okay.
7, 8, 9. You get that. I will buy this one, and that will end the game.
Alright.
Dun dun dun.
Alright, so now what we do is we take our whole deck and discard and everything, and we'll add up the points. So, your starter cards don't really do anything for you. So what I usually like to do is separate them by like item cards, the memories, and okay. So, wow, I'm not going to have a whole lot of points at all. So we have 10, 15. Wow, I did terribly.
What do you got?
So 6 and 4 for my memory cards, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 plus 1 point for each memory you have, because I only was able to buy 2. That's only 2 more points.
Oh no!
I only have 17.
17.
Yeah. See, and you thought I was getting a bunch of points.
So I have 10, 20.
Oh man.
21, and then 2 points for each season. So that's 4 or 8 more because I have one from each season. So that's 29 plus 4 is 33. And then 1 point for each item card you have. So 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. So 38.
Nowhere even close. I should have bought more of those draw again cards. That was my problem.
Card advantage is a big thing in a lot of games.
Well, but the thing is I was trying to get more memories to get
Right.
that one card, and because I was waiting to get that card, then I would miss those opportunities.
Well, no, it just worked out that I got them early and I was lucky.
Well, in that fall season, I
was just able to quickly snatch it all up and then get it all together and snatch up all the winter cards. So that was fun though. Cheers.
Pinkies up.
My empty tea.
Yours empty. Well, thank you everyone for joining our tea party and helping us raise our tea dragons. It looks like I need to work with my tea dragon a little bit more, but
Jasmine's where it's at.
Jasmine is a successful and really well raised dragon.
Jazzy McJasmine.
Is that what you call Jasmine? Jazzy?
Jazzy.
Cute. All right, let's see if we have any questions before we go. Yes, the best part is doing the math, Victor. I
And
think that is it. Thank you so much. Wait, you have one last
oh no, I was gonna say that there's a lot of we only use there's a lot more of the different season cards,
yes.
so it can really change how it plays between games.
And there's also some item cards or market cards in here that have effects that immediately happen when you pull them out. That affects like everybody. I think there's one.
Like a brick.
Yeah.
Immediately you can shuffle your cards. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so definitely some replayability for sure.
Definitely.
Depending on what cards come out, what cards you end up choosing, how many people you play with too. So, and this was just a game of 2.
Right.
So next time I'll make sure to buy some more cards before rushing off to get those memories made. Thank you so much again for joining us. We hope that you're staying safe and staying sane, and we'll continue to entertain, or try to.
Keep playing games.
Yes, thank you so much, and remember, Renegades, to play your game. Bye.
Bye.